What's up YouTube? It's Big Fish here with another reaction video. I think we all know what this is about to be. Our pilot was rescued. It took a day and a half, 2 days, but there was no casualties and we got him out of there safely. Let's hear Fox talk about this one.
He was out there for 36 hours, escape and evasion, putting into effect what he learned at SEER school. And then at the same time, the CIA is tracking Iranian security forces, their movements, their efforts to find and fix the location of our airmen. And then at the same time, running this deception operation, an extraordinary operation. I've heard it referred to as looking for a needle in a haystack. I think it's more like a needle in a stack of needles. Extraordinarily difficult.
The U.S. retrieves a weapons system officer from deep inside Iran after his F-15 Strike Eagle was shot down early Friday. President Trump hailing it as one of the most daring search and rescue operations in U.S. history. The remarkably complex mission involving an elite special operations unit and an elaborate CIA diversionary.
That's what SEER means. Survival, evasion, resistance, and escape. Isn't it scary and so cool? The capability of our army. What we don't know or haven't seen. We saw the lasers. But what about if they can just camouflage invisible or do other crazy stuff you see? Our military is the best, the absolute best. I don't know why Iran wants to do this. Well, I do know why they want to do this. We've been dealing with them for a long time, funding them. Well, terrorists, they're the home of the terrorists, but still, I don't understand. I don't understand.
Here to break it down, former U.S. Navy Lieutenant Commander Tom Sauer. Tom, it is a joyful Easter Sunday for the family of that colonel who is now safe and really all Americans. It's an extraordinary move to be able to pull this off.
Yeah, that's right. Thanks for having me. And yes, Christ is risen. Also, we got a little bit of a Easter miracle ourselves early this morning. And to give you an idea about this is that, like, when a plane is shot down like this, the war is essentially paused, and then all efforts, this is at Central Command headquarters, this is at the Pentagon, the White House, everything becomes laser focused on recovering those airmen. And that one particular, the Wizzo, who was missing for 24 or 48 hours. And the guys doing it is like, yes, the Navy SEALs get an awful lot of attention these days. But one other component of this is our Air Force pararescuemen. And I had the real pleasure of working with those guys for a couple of years while we were attached to a similar special operations unit based out of the Pacific. To give you an idea of these guys, there's fewer than 300 active duty pararescuemen. Right there, they're a very, very small.
This pilot had a hurt ankle while he was doing all of this hiking, while he was in the mountains cold, while he was evading the enemy. A hurt ankle. How many of you think you could do that? That's got to be inspiration. Inspirational. If somebody who wanted to join this elite corps of man heard this story, that will put a fire under your butt and make you really want to start joining. And then for us to go a day and a half to 2 days and get him out of there that fast with no casualties, bro, their army's got to feel so depleted right now. So depleted. But wait a minute. They knocked off our internet, so their people don't know what's going on.
Organization, and they've got the highest attrition rate anywhere in the military. We're talking 90% attrition. And so, not only are they the best combat medics in the world, they're the core of what's called the Guardian Angel weapons system, right? Which is the Air Force's, it's a non-aircraft-based, human-based weapon system dedicated solely to combat search and rescue. And they integrate with the helicopters, the C-130s, the HC-130s, and then we obviously, as we know, there are A-10s involved on scene to basically destroy anyone and anything that is a threat to our downed airmen or to our PJs. And obviously the CIA hey, hats off to them. They did an amazing job. And so, like, the war was just paused once that air crew and those guys went down, and everything focused on that. So it's like it's exactly what they're trained to do. It was their Super Bowl. I'm a little jealous, to be honest, because it sounds so exciting, and just love the opportunity to be able to gas those guys up because they don't always get as enough credit as they should sometimes. So, and like their big motto they talk about all the time, it's these things we do that others may live. They're absolute heroes, and I'm insanely jealous of those guys right now. And so really proud to have worked with them.
Yeah.
I was talking to some family members at a funeral that I went to 3 weeks ago. And I was just telling them, we have the best military. We have the freedom and luxury to walk around inside of America the way we do and feel safe. We've never been invaded. We've been hit with terrorist strikes such as 9/11, God bless those families, and other little bombs and such, but an invasion from another country or countries, we've never had to live through that. We got freedom of speech, freedom to bear arms. Some countries wish they can have that, UK, but you are lucky to be born in America. You could be born anywhere else. But some of us got to be born right here in the US of A. Whew, man.
Absolutely. When you say 90% attrition rate, you're talking about the fact that 90% of the people who apply to become one of those rescue officers, they don't make it.
That's correct.
Damn,
yeah,
90% of people don't make it.
You dive school with those guys, all that stuff. It's insane.
Brigadier General John Tykert says it is those combat search and rescue folks who are the real heroes of this story. Listen.
You know, fighter pilots have heroes too, and they're the personnel that do combat search and rescue. And
Look at those brothers' eyes. Jeez, them things were big.
on our worst day, on their worst day this weekend, they came through in spades with a daring mission that got back both the pilot and the weapons systems officer.
I mean, I know after the pilot was rescued fairly early on, and the weapons systems officer, the WISO as you put it, was not located, and you know the hours dragged on. It was looking a little bleak, at least to me. But obviously, he put himself in a position to be rescued, and the crew went in and got him.
Absolutely right. And the thing is, this is one of those things that we always talk about. That when it comes to situations like this, you very rarely do people rise to the occasion. You sink down to your lowest level of training, right? And so the thing is, though, is that like these guys were trained so well. You probably heard before that they all went through SEER school, survival, evasion, resistance, and evacuation. I think I might not remember. Yeah, escape. Thank you. And so then, but these guys went through all this training, and this is something that Air Force Pararescue, all of our special operations guys work so hard and train to do all the time. This is what they're absolutely built for. So, I mean, they're so incredibly impressive guys. And
Think about seeing that as an Iranian. You see that jumbo up there with two helicopters on something, looks like Black Hawks, just flying over your country. Like, what are they about to do? What are they about to do? That's got to be terrifying.
I love serving with them.
It is ironic that.
Actually, we're going to stop right there anyways, because we got one more segment. Now, I saw this pop up in my timeline. The Iranian military had something to say about the rescue pilot that they tried to put a $60,000 bounty on. $60,000, eh? They probably won't give that money. But let's hear them.
به دنبال تلاش‌های مذبوحانه ارتش تروریستی آمریکا به منظور عملیات امداد و نجات خلبان جنگنده ساقط شده خود، تعدادی از هواگردهای دشمن در بامداد 16 فروردین 1405 وارد کشور عزیزمان ایران شدند. با یاری و نصرت الهی، با هوشیاری و آمادگی رزمندگان اسلام در نیروهای مسلح، با بهره‌گیری از جنگ الکترونیک، سامانه‌های نوین پدافند هوایی، اجرای طرح دفاع موزاییکی زمینی و ایجاد حصار نظامی و امنیتی، تعدادی از این هواگردها شامل 2 فروند هواپیمای ترابری نظامی C-130 و 2 فروند بالگرد بلک هاک مورد اصابت قرار گرفته و مجبور به فرود اضطراری در یکی از مناطق جنوب اصفهان شدند. پس از تکمیل عملیات محاصره دشمن توسط رزمندگان قهرمان ایران اسلامی، دشمن زبون به منظور جلوگیری از بی‌آبرویی ترامپ، رئیس جمهور آمریکا و هیمنه پوشالی ارتش خود مجبور به بمباران شدید هواگردهای ساقط شده، تجهیزات.
So Trump wouldn't get embarrassed. He blew up the planes in helicopters, as they're saying. Why would we let you have intel of how we build our equipment or intel on what we know about what's going on in Iran? Why would we want you just to have it for free instead of blowing it up, letting it be on fire and melt away? In a game of war, you have to be a number of steps ahead of the enemy, of course. So you got the first move, technically. You made them do an emergency landing. They got out of there. Clearly you didn't kill anybody, or you would have had their bodies to parade around. So in a decisive move, we decided to blow up that stuff and let it just go away. So, sir, what did you get out of that? Anything? Anything? Somebody, please help me. Please tell me, what did he say? What he got out of that in that 1-minute video? Did you see those subtitles? What did they get? Man, what an interesting war. Go down to the comment section. Tell me how you felt about the video. Go hit that like button for me. Thank you. We're out. Peace.